Happy New Year everybody! It's Prischu back here again and welcome back to prischu.com. This morning, to celebrate New Year, I attended parkrun. So New Year's Day is a very special day on the parkrun calendar where they will be organizing a parkrun on a day that is not a Saturday. Outside of Saturday, parkrun only takes place on special days such as New Year's Day and the National Day here in Singapore. So the New Year's Day special edition parkrun in Singapore was held at West Coast Park. So now I live on the eastern side of Singapore, so I do not visit West Coast Park often because it is pretty far for me. But since West Coast Park was the only parkrun in Singapore on New Year's Day, I made a special trip down to do it. So this was about 7:15 a.m. in the morning, and people and dogs started to congregate at the amphitheatre at West Coast Park, the start point of the parkrun. West Coast Park is not the easiest place to get to, I must say. The nearest MRT station is Haw Par Villa, which is on the Circle Line. But even from Haw Par Villa, you have to take a bus down about 4 or 5 stops. So it is not that easy. But at least the bus stop is directly outside the park. And when you see the park, you should see a McDonald's. So you cross through the McDonald's and you should see a playground and a large amphitheatre. So at the amphitheatre is the meeting point for West Coast Park parkrun. You will see the parkrun flags and a lot of people, so you probably cannot miss it. This is the beautiful West Coast Park McCafe and McDonald's in the lovely outdoor setting. When you go through the McDonald's, you will see some bicycles and a playground in the distance. You cross the playground and you should see an amphitheatre. This amphitheatre is the meeting point for the West Coast Park parkrun.
Say hello, you have your TV.
So this area contains quite a lot of shipyards. As a result, it is not the most scenic parkrun in Singapore, but don't get me wrong, West Coast is still a pretty nice park full of greenery, and there is a nice McDonald's inside the park for you to have coffee and breakfast after the run. This is the mandatory first-timers briefing, which is conducted at West Coast between 7:20 to 7:25 a.m. in the morning. So this is a mandatory briefing to help everybody who is new to this particular parkrun, including the tourists, and it briefs us on exactly what the route is like and where to make a U-turn or where to go so that we do not get lost if we are unfamiliar with the park. The course is basically an elongated figure 8 loop. And the first timers briefing, they will explain to you what the loop is, so you probably cannot miss it. So West Coast is around the Pasir Panjang area in Singapore, which is basically a construction and shipping area. After the first timers briefing, they always have the mandatory run directors briefing at every park run, and the West Coast Park run is no different on New Year's Day. As you can see, everybody here is gathered in high spirits and full of anticipation to hear what the run director has to say and any important tips we need to know before we start running. Soon after that, it is a short walk to the start line, and once we are at the start and the tail walker has gathered there, 3, 2, 1, and then we are off. As you can see, everybody is very happy and in high spirits as we start running. In terms of the weather in Singapore, I must caution you to slow down and take it easy, because if you are not used to the heat and humidity, you may feel great in the first 2.5 kilometers, but you definitely will feel the humidity in the second half and you will regret it if you start too fast. So, owing to the weather, please slow down, take it easy, and listen to your body at all times when you are running in Singapore, as it is tropical humid climate. So those who live in the UK or in Australia, please bear this in mind when you run. You are running the West Coast Park course. If you do not see any marshals, just keep on following the path and you should be heading in the right direction. I sure hope it looks like I am having fun in this video. Basically, I was quite tired after a late night last night and I went to sleep at 1 AM, so I really hope it doesn't show. Basically, I have to admit that crossing this underpass is probably my least favorite part of the West Coast Park run course. Now I finally made it out of the underpass and I am climbing up the slope. It is back to the open air and the nice breeze. See the marshals? They will tell you which direction to turn, so basically you just look out for the bright high-vis orange vest and follow their instructions, and you should not get lost as you are running the route, even if it is your first time running at West Coast Park. As you can see, West Coast Park is very green. There are a lot of trees and greenery around, just like the rest of Singapore. Well, Singapore is known for being a garden city for a reason. Unsurprisingly, there is a population of chickens at West Coast Park as well, just like the rest of Singapore. Sometimes I swear that the chickens are taking over Singapore. How are you enjoying the park run?
It's good.
How is West Coast Park?
It's very chill. Less people.
Which is better, west or east?
I'm not gonna answer that.
Okay. After 4 kilometers, you will see this section of the park. Basically, you just follow the path all the way, and before you know it, you will be back at the finishing chute, running through the chute, taking your position token and timing. So it was a pretty festive affair and I had lots of fun.
Yeah. Say hi to the kids.
Oh. He misses you. He misses you.
I see. Ready to go. Okay.
It was a fun park run though, and I pretty much enjoyed the New Year's Day and the festive atmosphere. And after the park run, we congregated at the McDonald's for breakfast to chit-chat to all our fellow park runners and to catch up over coffee and park run. It was so much fun. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Pris Chu from prischu.com. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to prischu.com. Once again, a very happy New Year 2024. Until then, I will catch up with you in my next video. See you and bye bye.